All right, here at No Reserve, we have our single family owner, all original, 1976 Ford Granada 2-door. It's a time capsule, all original paint, no accidents, no paint work. I mean, it's still got the unleaded decal, and it's kind of a mother-father package deal we got with that Ford Fairmont wagon we have listed. And as much as I wish they were a rare Shelby and a Hemi Cuda or something, this is we bought them because they're still in just amazing condition. I mean, to see those two cars were kind of just kind of thrown out for a while and take a really long time to get appreciated. And it's amazing you take these things out and finally time has come for these things to get appreciated, because you just don't see them anymore. Interior super clean, but we're gonna go ahead and start on the outside of the body. One deuce tail sign that you know this is all original paint is the original pinstriping is painted all the way around. Hasn't been, once that happens, usually you get, they'll do a pinstripe over the top because it's very expensive to do painted pinstriping, and there's not a lot of people that do it. It's completely untouched right now, has the original wheels and 14-inch caps on it. We'll go ahead and take you around the front here. You will have, some of the aging in the paint, the white. There you get some chips on the front. But we're talking 42 years old here. This is pretty amazing. You got a little bit of touch up there. Chrome's all in nice shape. You will see some tiny little stone chips in the chrome, but all the color lenses have no condensation. Clear lenses, no condensation. Even the chrome on the plastic is in good condition. You will get little stuff like this, the scuff in the paint. So you want, hasn't been kept in a bubble. It's been driven for 96 years, but it's been garage and kept. Original vinyl top. Has some aging, but still looks good and matches the rest of the car. I'm not sure if you can see down in here, but I'll try to take a picture of it, but you can see how clean it is inside that cowl area. It's just super clean, no leaf buildup, no dirt, no grime. Original tan center trim. It's tan and it's got the kind of the perforated kind of like a basketball feel, so you do get some little dirt in there if you really wanted to scrub and stuff, to make it perfect. Some of the original caps got some scuffs on there. The original tires, not the original tires, but the original wheels have 14-inch tires on them, factory size. No weather cracks in them or anything, but a couple of them are mismatched. So if you want to keep that original look, you might want to replace the tires. You can see underneath here how clean it is and honest. No impact, nice and dry. Really pretty rust free. Of course you're gonna have your little stone chips along the bottom. A little bit of surface rust right here, got a scratch. You got your door edge chips from entries. No door sag, hinges are in nice shape. The door felts are in good shape. Amazingly, no cracks on this driver's side, and it's still nice and got nice velvety feel on the inside. Let's see here. There's a little mark in the, I don't know what that is, probably could scrub it out, but you do have the real, kind of, the vinyl top's getting kind of hard feeling. You can hear it, and it's getting dry and it's pulled back a little bit, but honestly, I would just keep the way it is because it just kind of goes with the whole car. And this is just, it's not gonna be a big dollar car, but it's just a fun, car that's gonna spark a lot of memories for people. Almost everybody's got like a Ford Fairmont or Granada story with their grandma or parents that owned it, so it's kind of cool. You got some little chips here. It just looks like it maybe didn't do any dings or anything, but there's just a little bit of maybe paint transfer from another door. Little chip there. Here's the rust, a little bit of rust there. Take you around the back. Lenses look nice. Have a little bit of fading. It's got a little bit of dried wax on there. Little things like this. This is where the gas cap goes. He replaced the screws, but still got the original gas cap, which is amazing. Lenses look really nice. No cracks, no chips, no holes in any of the lenses. A lot of times this kind of rubber plastic is missing because it gets dry rotted and cracked. It's usually missing around the front and rear bumpers, but they're in excellent condition. It's little things like that and these decals, the original pinstriping. The interior is in amazing shape. again, you have little chips here, and you have to expect these throughout. You know, I'm not going to be able to mention each one on the ad. You know, there's a little bit of door dings on the trim here. There's no rust down on this one. There's a little bit of surface rust just right there, but it's good solid metal. You can see the old man put a little bit of silicone in here to probably keep this trim on. Maybe I should pull it back a little bit. It's on the other side too. It's a Granada Ghia, G-H-I-A, like Karmann Ghia, but these logos obviously have dried out a little bit. A little bit of entry chips, probably from a ring, you know, hand getting on there. Again, same type of pullback here, but you can see it's got the nice original paint right there. Original front glass, all original side glass. You know, you have a little bit of delaminating there, but man, 42 years original glass is truly amazing. You know, you have a little scratch right there. You know, some little chips, little paint touch up there. Again, you know, paint's worn through there, a little thin from waxes. You know, you have some chips and stone chips, stuff like that. Looks like you know, they always open up the passenger door in the garage. Maybe something that was hitting a little low, because there's all these little larger chips along there. But it's pretty much the worst of it. Original antenna is in good shape. Nice body lines. Hood hinges in good shape. Haven't hyperextended and, you know, bent the hood. Looks like maybe a chemical or maybe some tree sap got on the hood there in a couple little areas. And it looks like it was addressed, and then here it looks like maybe they were backing up and turned the wheel and hit something right here. You know, it obviously chipped the paint there. You know, changed the form of the wheel well a little bit. Now the inside is, you know, really amazing condition. I mean, all original door panel. A little bit of fading on the vinyl in the center. A little bit fading on the burl wood style trim on the top of both doors is going to get that. Door hinges are in nice shape. You know, a little entry wear, little chips. You know, decals all original. You know, the weather stripping still in good condition, not leaking water in. It's not all dry cracked. It's actually pretty soft still. Carpet's in nice shape. The seats are amazing. I mean, the seats are, you know, they have a little bit of fading on the plastic trim right here on both sides, the driver's side outside and on the inside. You can see fading there, you know, a little bit of cracks in the plastics of the seat belts, fading down there. But that's what the emblem's supposed to look like in the rear window. Rear seats in really nice condition. You know, no fading or anything like that. Carpet's in nice shape. You know, so fading, it's kind of weird how they do the trim panels, how they're made out of different plastics and materials. You can see a crack up there, but this got no fading on both sides, and then the lower panel has fading on both sides. So it's kind of interesting. You know, the rear piece with the speaker piece is still in good shape. You know, a couple little tiny dark areas right here, you know, maybe from somebody's feet. You know, it doesn't have any floor mats on it. Nice kick panel. Take you around to the driver's side. You can see nice gaps. Really clean underneath the hood. But again, this is a 76. You know, this is when you could, you know, getting a 2 mirrors was an option. You can see how clean the dash is. Really nice condition, all nice color. You know, this part is metal, but the VIN number is crystal clear. Original decal. Again, the door panel's got the same thing. It's a little faded here in the center area. You know, it's a little bit dirty down in the grooves of the material. A little faded up here, but the door felts are looking good. Rubbers are looking, this one's pulled back a little bit, so you might want to snap it back in its area. I'll probably try to do that myself. But again, you can see there's the fading in the plastics. Nice carpet area. This nice headliner, no sag, no holes, no smoker, doesn't smell. You know, it's a little dirty around the rubber pad area from the feet, but really looks pretty good. And if you put just a simple, cheap, you know, $15 floor mats up front, black, it'd look really good. Carpet's pulled back a little bit here from pushing on the e-brake. You know, I'll push it up and eventually it falls back down. But the camera takes, with the sunlight, you know, it's a little backlit. It takes a little bit of time to focus, but this is what the color looks like. It's a nice deep dark tan brown. The burl wood's a little faded around the gauges. You know, if I turn the camera real quick, it'll look kind of like, you know, light tan, but it's a nice deep color you see in the pictures. Go ahead and pop the hood. You know, it's got the little inline 206 cylinder. You know, automatic transmission's just been rebuilt, fully gone through. I mean, it's like super clean. New water pump was put on it. When they checked it out, the front brakes pads look like they were replaced not too long ago. They had almost new life on there. But you can see how clean this motor is. You know, it's all original. I mean, can you eat off of it? No, not suggested, but it's cool to see original decals, nice and clean. You can see the original stamping on the block. The original power steering pump still has the original color. Again, you can see the decals, the stamping of the valve cover. You know, no rust. You know, it's a manual, so it's power steering, manual disc front brakes. So you can see all the freeze plugs are nice and clean. You know, got underside photos where you can see that tranny's nice and clean, been rebuilt. Water pump's been done. So, okay, so we're gonna fire it up here. I'll throw the lights on so you can see those. We'll do a driving video too, so you can see how it goes down the road. Actually, let's take you in the trunk. The trunk doesn't want to stay up by itself all the time. Sometimes it does. It has to be kind of like the perfect temperature, but it pops open nice. But as you can see, it wants to fall down, and that's why that arm's there. But you can see no rust, original decals in nice shape. It gets a little bit of condensation in here, but I think it's just old technology, old steel. But there's no water, you know, it's been in the rain, nothing, no water gets in here. Water may drip when you lift up the trunk if it's got residual and stuff like that, but you're not gonna have any big water spots. Original spare, it's really cool. You know, so it's got 96,065 miles. You see the gauge, it's got one gauge, fuel gauge, that's it. You got the idiot lights. I'll go ahead and turn the lights on. Turn the four-way flashers on. You can see the window goes down nice and smooth. Of course it goes all the way, but don't want to bore you guys to death. You can see all the lights are on. Four-way flashers looking good. Nice and smooth. You know, both doors lock, nice and easy. Down and up. We've got ashtrays front and rear. You know, back then smoking was a big deal. So you get ashtrays in each door. That's actually considered for the rear passengers, funny enough. And then you have the ashtray in the middle, but again, non-smoker, never been used. Just like a little sewing machine. Nice and smooth, no motor mount issues, no smoking, headlights are on, blinkers are going. You know, it's just goes like a little clock, man. But it's a smog pump car. But yeah, this is gonna be going at no reserve along with our little 84 Ford Fairmont wagon, which is kind of like the matching addition to this. It's pretty much the same color interior, and except for the outside's tin. So again, very cool car, all original Survivor with super low miles and single family ownership. Good luck.